All right.
All righty, right.
Thursday night.
Happy Thursday night.
Happy
Um,
Thursday.
Happy Thursday for all of you that just got finished watching Thursday Night Football. We almost saw another.
Potential
We almost saw
upset.
the Vikings comeback. We almost saw Kirk
Right.
Cousins come and
Right.
do his thing. But
Right.
listen, I'm gonna kick myself if I keep leaving Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison is a rookie. He had a great week last week. Today he had like 20 some. I mean, note to self, Melissa. Put
Okay.
Jordan Addison in. Put
DeAndre
him
Swift.
in
I have him on all three of my fantasy leagues.
on the
I put
benches.
him I put him on the women's one, but didn't start him in the money one. The money one paid out 77 points, where the women's 25.
Yikes.
I'm the
Ooh.
Denzel Washington meme when he's Malcolm X slamming his hand. Like I totally should have started him in the money league. He surpassed LaShawn McCoy tonight
I
on
cannot
all
believe
his
it.
yards. Like he broke a
No.
franchise record doing that tonight. So
No,
shout out
no,
to
no,
him.
no. Hey, but I'll get up to Jalen Hurts because he got me some points today. He didn't do so well last week, but he
Well, he
came
threw
through
that interception.
today.
I was like, who got Jalen Hurts tonight, man?
It's me, but he made up for it. I mean, he ran in a touchdown, he tossed 2 touchdowns. Like
Yeah.
I can't be mad at that. I can't be
No,
mad
you
at that
can't.
at
You can't. You can't.
all.
You can't.
So welcome to the show. We having a Thursday show, of course, because the Aces played yesterday, and I was there for the Aces game. We'll talk about the Aces in a little bit. We're gonna
Yeah,
talk
I'm
about some
working
hot
on
topics.
it.
I see.
Got my girls ready.
Yes.
Do it
And
again.
then we're gonna talk about some hot topics. Some Jugadoras, of course, are pushing through the news continuously. And we'll get to some girl power and sneaker drops as well. But to start off, if anybody is coming to Las Vegas or has been in Vegas this week, you may be aware that MGM Resorts got hacked. And this meme right here has got to be it because at first news broke about Sunday, Monday morning, and people were like, oh, no way, is that true? And then you're seeing all these reports, you're seeing people that are, oh, I'm flying into Vegas today. The line to check in was 2.5 hours. Line to check out was 2.5 hours. Doing everything via paper. They're not doing any cards. ATMs are down. Slot machines are down. There was a report that I
keys with a real
saw.
key.
Maids are letting people into their rooms. It might not even be their room. People are getting stuff stolen. Like all this crazy stuff.
Yes.
Everybody flying in is real quickly bumping over to Caesars because Caesars doesn't have this problem. Caesars paid 15 million, I think, from when they got hacked. I guess they got hacked earlier this year.
It's the same group, possibly.
Yeah, the same group supposedly. I guess MGM ain't trying to pay their whatever the
ransom.
What is it called? The ransom.
Yeah.
MGM isn't trying to pay it, but they're also projected to be losing $13 million a day, which.
And it's not just the MGMs locally. Let's be clear. It's the MGMs in other parts of this country too, and overseas. Like MGM as a conglomerate's getting.
Yes. It's so if you are headed this way, apparently it hasn't been fixed yet. It's still happening. You might want to check your reservation. You might want to get a phone thing like Moni. I got one for you, Mo. She needs like a little holder. She got to get a little holder. But MGM is I don't know where Mo went. MGM is quite the thing right now. So if you're heading this way, just make sure to check in with the hotels. I guess the phones aren't even working, so you can't even call to complain or get a refund or reschedule. What's up, Jonathan? Thanks for tuning in. Donnell, what's good? I don't know where Mo went. She's going to be MIA for a little bit. Oh, here she goes. There's another device. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Hey, I don't know. What? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we'll move on. We got to talk. I want to show you a little. Here she is. Pick a phone, Mo. You got one?
I feel like I got hacked.
Let me show you a little video first, real quick, of what's happening after last week. We talked about Aaron Rodgers, how there's a bar in Green Bay that's giving away like your bill will be free, all you drink as long as the Jets lose. Well, we all know the Jets ended up winning, and we'll get to the Aaron Rodgers story later. But this is what the bar looked like in Green Bay this weekend when they all thought they were drinking for free.
We're just going to keep going.
Another condition is Aaron Rodgers must start the game, but the rules say nothing about him having to finish it. So there's a loud roar when Rodgers leaves the game hurt in the first quarter. The fans say it's nothing personal.
I mean, I'm not necessarily opposed to Rodgers, but tonight I'm thinking with my wallet instead.
Still, some say they'll be flying high regardless of the outcome because after Sunday's game, they're in love.
I think we can work around that, especially after Jordan Love's performance yesterday. I'm not too down in the dumps after that, so.
Enjoy.
And the mood has changed considerably. That is because the Jets just won the game on a long touchdown in overtime. You can take a look. This is the reaction from a bar where people are realizing the bar tabs they've been racking up all night, thinking, certainly with Rodgers hurt, the bar was going to be paying that tab. It is setting in. They are going to have to go to the bar and pay that tab. That's where we're at. This offer is going to be in effect for another 12 games this season. As long as the Jets and Packers are not playing at the same time, this Jets lose, you win promotion is in effect. Tonight, Bill and Natalie, the house won.
I can't live on the strip.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I
Your
think
phone
I've
was
been hacked.
working. Your phone was working just fine. I don't
It
know what
was.
happened.
The camera's on, and I still can't see. Can you see me?
No.
This is what happens when you live residentially on the strip. You get hacked too. Man, what's going on at the towers? Oh, see,
There you
I
go.
am. Back in action. I miss you guys.
That's gonna be the title for this show. Mo gets hacked. Mo
I do
and
get
MGM.
hacked. Jesus. Trying to turn my volume up. You know what I think it
good
is?
Lord. Yeah.
Besides it being Siri. Oh, see, and even my volume's low. Yeah, it's bad. It's rough out here in these streets. I don't know what's going on. But you can hear me okay and see me okay, right?
We can hear you and see you. You are good
Why
to
my phone's
go.
blurry now. There we go. Ah, shoot. There we go.
Maybe if you stop dropping it would work.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah. This is what live is. We don't edit. We don't do nothing. This is what you're gonna see posted on all of our
Live
social
content
media.
is the best
so
content.
This is how
But I
it
don't know
goes.
why my phone's so blurry though.
Hey,
yo.
Natalie.
Hey,
Thanks
Natalie.
for checking in. So we showed the bar, of course, all these patrons obviously
Oh, man, I saw that.
not only because of Aaron getting hurt and that the Jets would probably be losing because they were losing. They went into overtime and won on like a last minute Hail Mary basic play. And so they had to start paying their tabs. Think about drinking all day.
And their tab
the
was
bar.
not cheap. They went nuts.
I know they were hot.
Can you imagine the
So-
upset of all that?
I can't. But we do need to talk about the Aaron Rodgers situation. Now, of course, social media went into blaming the New York Mets because the New York Mets had given a good luck this season to both the Giants and the Nets and the Jets. Mind you, these guys played back-to-back Sunday night to Monday night. MetLife workers must have been working their butts off 24/7 to change that field between the
100%.
Giants and the Jets. It was sad though because Gary Wilson said that Aaron Rodgers had come to him and said he said, "Sorry, kid."
Yeah.
That was his guy. That was going to be his guy. Can you imagine being a lifelong Jets fan and this is like your culmination? Like this is happening. Aaron Rodgers is it. He's on our team. I watched Hard Knocks. I just watched the 5th season after the fact, and watching it is kind of like, damn. He was ready. The team was ready. Everybody was ready. And then not even a whole series. Like maybe I think it was four downs, maybe 5 downs in, and boom.
4 downs in. 39. And see, anybody that drafted him on fantasy league, shame on you, because I knew not to pick him. I let him sit. I think on all the leagues when it came to the draft, everybody let him
I
sit.
don't know if anyone was picking him, but I'm just saying, like, more so as a Jets fan, you've been hyped up.
Oh man, even the Jets fans are sick.
Even as a non-Jets fan, I was hyped up for this season by watching Hard Knocks. I was hyped up for like the 2 Jets fans that I know in my life. Hyped for them to finally like have maybe a mediocre season and to do whatever.
Listen, I was hyped for them to play the Raiders. That's what I was hyped for, to see him play.
I think we're all, and then to see Zach Wilson come in, who was their number 1 pick, right? Who's been playing like crap, who now is forced back into a starting position, even though he assumed he was Aaron Rodgers' backup for this season. And now the Jets have options. They can try and go after any of these free agent quarterbacks. Do you see that happening, or do you think they'll just stick with Garrett Wilson? They've been mentioning, like, first of all, I talk about 39. I thought Joe Flacco was like 55. They're mentioning Joe Flacco as an option. They're mentioning
they've been mentioning Cap. They've been mentioning all these people. They mentioned
Matt
Tom
Ryan,
Brady coming out of retirement. I mean, it's just getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just let Zach Wilson try to do his thing. He's not the best, but this is what you got. And, honestly, this is a typical scenario of the Jets.
I feel like maybe Wentz or Ryan, maybe at least their throw. I mean, or Flacco, he knows the Jets. I don't know. They
need to rock with what it is, because it is the Jets, and this is what they do.
Well,
you gave up all these first-round draft picks. You gave up all these picks to get Aaron Rodgers. This is like almost like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you.
Absolutely.
This is the Jet way.
And
my thing less the day before September 11th of all play. Like, you can't even honor
it. Was the day of September 11th. It was September 11th.
Was it? I thought that was the Monday night game of September 11th.
They played Monday night. Sunday was the Giants game.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the Jets, though.
Did you see O.J. Simpson had like a pod interview where he was like, man, New York just isn't lucky on 9/11.
Yeah.
It was just, yeah. So it wasn't a good look for New York this weekend, and especially for the Jets. And they showed, he had surgery today. I guess surgery went well. This was his tweet after it initially happened. The only thing that was funny to me is
there in the blaze of glory. And he ended in the blaze of glory.
They said that was his highlight reel for 2023. Him and the flag running out, because that was the only time you saw him run anywhere was on that field with the flag.
It's terrible. It's too bad. It's Jets, though. And it's unfortunate, because this is, I don't know. This is who the Jets are. They go through it. They really go through it.
They really do.
I don't know if you ever saw that episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm where Larry David had the friend that was a Jets fan, and something happened with the trade with the quarterback, and he ended up dying. He ended up killing himself, suicide.
Oh my God.
That was the irony thing, because the Jets have always failed him. It's always been a thing. And I hope no one literally does that. It's like for dark comedy, this guy was such a diehard Jets fan. Like, it cost him his marriage and all of that, and he just couldn't take it.
Yeah, it's not.
So imagine being a real-time Jets fan like that, and a season ticket holder, no less. And you've been a season ticket holder for years. I mean, it's just kind of like the Raiders, I guess, in a sense. Like, we can't,
Natalie says her uncle is sick, as he's the only Jets fan out the family. The rest of them are Giants fans, of course. Yeah, that's
too bad.
That's wild. It's wild. Other hot topics, of course, we got to talk about Coach Prime. Coach Prime putting on a show. They went ahead and beat Nebraska this past weekend. They're 2-0. They moved up to 18 in the AP poll. They said the city of Boulder made $18 million off that home opener. Can you imagine? Like, just the influx of money coming into that economy right now? Like, and you had sent me the ticket prices. Like, the average ticket price last year was $121. Average ticket price this year, $517. I don't even see how they were selling tickets last year. Like, this team was 1-11 or 1-10. I forgot how many.
Well, first of all, it's Boulder, Colorado. So what else do they have to do? Secondly,
but who's going? There was nobody ever going to go to Buffalo games back then.
But they still were paying.
Maybe homecoming, maybe like an interstate rivalry game, but.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know who's going to a 1-and-some team, but He's turning it around. And then, of course, they play Colorado. So they have their interstate rivalry this week. And their coach decided to stir the pot a little bit, talking about how he, when I talk to grown-ups to take my hat off and my glasses off, that's what my mom taught me. And of course, Shiloh, Deion's son, went in and was like, bro, why do they do this to themselves every week? Because, of course, you're burning the fire. First they just want to win. Now it's personal. Now you're doing something personal against them. I think Colorado State's like favored by like 20 or 23 points anyway. So I don't foresee it being a tough game for them, but they got a tough lineup. They're going to be facing some of the tougher of the Pac-12 coming up the next few weeks, like USC, I believe USC and Oregon are two of the ones that we're facing, and Washington State. So I don't know.
I don't know who this coach is, and his mom didn't have birth prime, so.
And why are you even talking about it? Why? I don't know.
Because he won attention. I don't even know who this coach is. I've never even seen this guy before in my life.
Yeah, it's wild.
And his mom didn't give birth to prime time. Her son ain't prime time.
He wanted to get his 2.5 seconds of fame. He wants his 2.5 seconds and he wants to be able to say something, get put on some memes, get put on news.
Now. Like you said, to your point, like even what Deion has said, it's now personal. But talk your stuff. I want everybody to talk their mess.
Absolutely.
They still talking.
We also saw Alabama go down this past weekend. They lost to Texas. It's their Texas's first win versus a top 3 team since terrible. 2008. They had 9 million viewers for the game. 9 million.
Right.
That's just wild. So yeah, college football is definitely getting in it. My Huskies are 2-0. I can't complain about that. Like, we're off to good starts. I mean, basically, if you lose a game and you're in the top 15 or top 10, you're not going to make big bowl games. Like, Alabama is now on the cusp of even making one of the, usual bowl games for them because of that one loss. Yeah, good for them. They deserve it.
I like the upset.
I do. I was great. It was very great.
It was.
Oh, man. It's wild. We got to talk about some Jugadores Locos because there definitely are a few. I don't know what is up with the domestic violence in this world, but it's getting to be a lot. So Kevin Porter Jr. Got arrested in New York City over the weekend. He was allegedly abused his girlfriend, who's a former WNBA player. Apparently she locked him out the room because he was out super late. He came home early in the morning. Hotel employees helped him get back in. Once he got in, he choked her out. She supposedly had lacerations on her face. Her attorneys stated later that she had fractured a vertebrae in the attack. And yeah, so it's just, I can't. He already had anger issues. He already had
his butt too.
Well, ain't nobody gonna want him. He already had issues with not only the Rockets, but his previous team, the Cavs. He already had like anger management issues. He was already getting into fights or arguments with staff for both teams. So what are you doing?
Not getting help.
You don't.
And not taking your classes and your breathing exercises and walking away to diffuse situations.
I feel like that's a little bit more than breathing exercises there. I think you're going to need a little bit more than breathing exercises for this. If you talking about your third time, fourth time,
but I'm just saying, like, you're not even taking a breath. You're going in full ham. You're not walking away from the situation. You're not even being a man and doing those kind of things.
And my thing is too that I'm curious to know, not that it's the employees of the hotel's issue, but if she locks them out and maybe they're already banned. I mean, I can only imagine they're bantering back and forth through the door and you're letting this man back in the room. I don't know. I would just be like, here, sir.
He could have gone downstairs and got a key and came back in the room and just went crazy. And I don't think this is her first time going through this situation with him. Mm-mm. And sadly, if she stays, it won't be her last. But the public times we hear never are. What is the league gonna do about him? He should not play. What are they gonna do as far as disciplinary action towards this guy? Absolutely. Now, yes, this is just not a conviction. This is just still an allegation. Yeah. But still, even with the allegations and the team is proactively trying to trade him now, what is the league going to do as far as if this goes any further? If he gets arrested or he got arrested, got out, but if he gets arrested, goes to trial and all that stuff, it's got to be done, no?
I just feel like the league, all of the professional leagues, don't do enough when it comes to domestic violence. You want to ban a guy for, fighting dogs and whatever else, but you got people that are abusing women, and at least we don't see any evidence of this one, but like the one we saw when old boy was in the elevator with his girlfriend, like we're watching these videos, like what are you doing about this besides having a little slap on the hand? I don't know.
She had a statement. She put out a statement after all of that too.
Uh-huh.
Kersey did.
Oh Lord.
Can't pronounce her last name, but yeah, she
Kirst Gonzerzik.
Yeah,
She went to West Virginia. I remember her because I was like,
Gonzerzik.
God, this girl's beautiful. Like she's a beautiful balling. Like she was hooping. She only stayed in the league for like I think one season, if not less. But I remember when she came out, I was like, dang, this girl's pretty.
Well, like it doesn't even matter. Looks is one thing. It's a woman. Like
well,
at the end of the day,
it's not about
like,
that.
That
I'm
shouldn't
just saying,
want
like,
nobody to hit you. If you're ugly, tall, you're a woman. Don't hit women. Period. And I guess she put out her statement saying she asked everyone to respect her privacy and avoid speculation as to what occurred and refrain from disclosing any misleading statements as to Mr. Porter. She asked that the press and all officials refrain from any judgment and speculation on this matter, which will be rectified properly and with integrity. Thank you. So what does that sound like?
It sounds like she want to get back with him.
So then I have no more comment. We can move on to the next Hugo Doris Locos.
Jeez Louise, I can't. Oh, come on, women. We're stronger than this. Yes, next one. We've got the head coach for Michigan State, who the Huskies play this weekend in Michigan. So Mel Tucker got suspended from sexual harassment allegations. So apparently there's this woman, Brenda Tracy. She's a sexual assault awareness speaker who apparently had been dealing, he reports that they had a more of an intimate relationship. She denies it. Apparently he was jerking off with her on the phone. He said it was like a 5-minute conversation. She said that it was never okay. It was never this or that. Apparently this happened back in like December, and it was reported back in December, and that it wasn't really being handled. Then an independent investigator reviewed both their parties and submitted a report in late July. This is 6 months later. They got out a report back saying that school should hold a hearing. So that's why it came out. That's why we're hearing about it now. And his hearing is scheduled for October 5th. He's been suspended. We're not sure what's going to happen with that Michigan State game, but hey, I'll take it. Listen.
So he thought he was having phone sex and she wasn't having
It's a sexual assault awareness speaker. Why are you? I don't.
Did he think he was having phone sex with her?
Apparently, and I guess he was sending her unsolicited gifts, asking if she would date him, even because he is married, and then did the little phone thing without her consent, supposedly. So all this got taken out through the USA Today article, which brought it to light, even though it had happened back in last winter.
I need people to leave people alone, like for real. Like, why are you? And then you can't take no. Like, you just don't even.
I mean, you couldn't just meet. So if you wanted to cheat, you couldn't just meet somebody at the bar. Like, you
didn't even read the signs. Like, the writing is on the wall. She is a sexual assault advocate. That more than likely means she may have experienced some sort of sexual assault. So her antennas are always going to be on. And you still
and she's going to know when you're doing it and going to press charges when you do.
Idiot.
Big dummy. You big dummy awards. Yeah, that's it.
Idiot.
Speaking of other big dummies, the Bills owner, Terry Pagula, apparently made racist comments back in 2020 about Black players. To one of the NFL media reporters in the conversation. He was speaking about Black Lives Matter and, of course, saying just some racist stuff that we don't need to report here. Apparently that same reporter says that Jerry Jones had said also some similar comments around the same time, during Black Lives Matter. The reporter is, let me see if I still have it, Jim Trotter. So he was let go of the NFL media. NFL media had let him go, I think, earlier this summer or earlier in the summertime. He's bringing these accusations up now. of course, Goodell went on First Take and was talking about, he doesn't. I don't know if he didn't say he didn't believe it, but he said that the allegations were 2 years old and have been looked into before, and there's a litigation going on, and it will be addressed. So, I don't know, but come on. I mean, do we really not doubt that these two guys said these things?
Well, Jerry just said if Black people aren't happy playing with a team, they should form their own team, which I vehemently agree. We should have our own team, but we just don't gatekeep everything, and we don't get a chance to get those opportunities. But I feel like if the billionaires, the powers that be, come together and we could get our own league and team Black athletes, it would be a shaker.
Yeah,
I can't be mad at him saying that. I agree. We shouldn't be playing for you. You're absolutely right. We should have our own team
because he don't
respect
respect
make
it
that
anyway. Right. Well, we'll see how that goes. Jonathan made up a good point. I forgot to mention that too. Is so the person that Kevin Porter had abused, the victim, her sister is Dwayne Haskins' widow, and she threatened Kevin Porter Jr. on social media. It was kind of insane. So listen, it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. Let's get into some Las Vegas sport. If the woman is
putting out her statement and she is saying such things in her statement, let's respect the privacy. I'm not commenting no more on it.
Let her handle that.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Maybe her attorney had her put that statement out, or maybe who knows if it was.
Yeah, but it doesn't protect her. It doesn't really protect her. It basically excuses behavior. Like,
it has us not trying to pry into behavior and let them just handle it,
and then not take it out on, like, not have the league take action or form face judgment. Judgment's already there.
There and done.
Yeah.
There and done.
It's crazy.
We got to talk about our aces.
Yes.
So they were at T-Mobile for the last 2 nights. Here's a little glimpse of yesterday. Yeah, it was a Wednesday night. What's crazy about T-Mobile is I feel like, yes, there's more fans. It felt like it was a little less fans than on Sunday. I also went on Sunday when they played the Mercury. That place was packed. Of course, it's Wednesday night. It's a little hard to get the fans in there. But it was a great atmosphere. That's super loud. And the Sky, they don't really have a chance here. I mean, it's just, they got Cooper, they got Mayberry. And that's kind of what they're dealing with. I mean, 5 of our players were in double digits.
In the 7 minutes left in the game. I just want to see the bench play. That's all.
And they did. Well, listen, Sydney Colson was in the first quarter. She was in there in like 4 minutes. So I think Becky has been able to give the breaks more often throughout the game, whether it be at the end or the beginning, but she's given those breaks. Now they're going to need them more for the next game because if they, should they win and do they win Sunday, they have a break and they go into the next round, which will be a little bit tougher. But ultimately, they're getting breaks. The players, we had 5 players in double digits. Alicia Clark had 13.
I know, Alicia Clark. I was just about to mention it. She beasted. She really did.
She beasted. Kelsey seems to be back. Jackie Young got her headband back. She doesn't have the little braids that were all the way back to the middle of her head. I don't know. I feel like, the team is back together. I feel like the things
they still got some games to go. It's the best of 3, and then the next 2 are 5-5.
Yeah, so we might even have the third game. They play Sunday at noon, back at Michelob Ultra. So no more games at T-Mobile. It's just also, here's the deal. We've been to T-Mobile a lot for Golden Knights games.
Right.
They don't really play a lot of music that has bass. So when the DJ for the Aces comes and he's playing all this music with bass, you hear it. The system in there is crazy different than the one at Michelob Ultra. So the fans have complained about it being a little too loud. Like, all you're hearing is crazy bass from these songs, and it's just so loud in there. Because you're not, Yeah, it is.
So that bass gonna be kicking in. I didn't see Swedish House Mafia there for nothing.
You said what? Oh, yeah.
I said I didn't see Swedish House Mafia there for nothing.
Yeah, it's one of those places.
It's a sound system for real. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Sports Nisa, Cassandra. We had a good little laugh with the
Hey,
Jackie's-
Sportsnista.
We had some good laughs yesterday, that's for sure.
The
It was
half braids,
cold
I
there
didn't see it.
too. What? Jackie,
The
well,
half
so
braids.
Jackie's braids, they've been, when you do little half braids, they're usually like, up to the top of your head. Well, Jackie's were like in the back of her head. So they just looked like, get cornrows or get them up here, but it was like in the weirdest point of her head to where it was kind of like they didn't finish the braid.
Did she have individuals? Because sometimes those individuals start in the back.
No, they were like,
Did
anyway,
she have free
her hair's
flowing
back.
hair at the end of it?
Yes.
So that's probably individuals or something she was doing.
I don't know.
Whoever
It was
Breeder
just,
is, you better go see Cabria because Cabria hooked up BG when he got out of prison, and his locks look amazing. So
right.
maybe
I
that's
mean,
who she needs to hit up.
she's back to her usual. She's got her little headband on and her
Mhm.
flowing little hair, and so we're good.
Yeah,
We're good.
that's
We're
good.
We're good. Yeah. We gotta talk a little bit, and also I want to shout out Sarah. I know you couldn't make it, Mo, but we had to give a shout out to Sarah for inviting me. Listen,
Stanley.
seeing the Stanley Cup in person, being able to touch it, hug it. They basically said you can touch it or whatever, just don't try and lift it up. So
Yeah.
it was great. The season ticket holders got to invite a few friends each, and they had time slots to go to Dollar Loan Center and take a picture with it. I believe Lord Stanley is also going to be at the Dollar Loan Center, I think tomorrow for the rookies game for the Knights or either for the, I don't know if it's the Silver Knights, the Gold Knights. Either way, it's going to be there, I think, tomorrow. I think you can get
And
tickets
the next
for that
day he was at T-Mobile, and that line was hours to go and get your picture taken with Lord Stanley.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. It would have been too much. It would have been a lot. It would have been a lot. The lights. Hey, if your kid or kids play soccer, you can register your kid's team to win. The lights players and coaches come into their practice to run drills and provide pizza with the entire game. That's kind of cool. I think the guys have a week or so off. They don't play again until October 7th and 14th when they're going to be out here in Summerlin at the Las Vegas ballpark. So that'll be cool. But again, if you need your kids play soccer, hit up the lightsfc.com pizza and practice. Check them out. I also want to give a shout out to both my WNBA leagues because I won.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, I beat Weeks. Weeks is still a little hard pressed on it. But yeah, great.
So what do you get?
Nothing. It was just for fun.
So you just get to brag rights and post.
I get to brag about it. I get to hold it above Weeks' head. He already said, I'm not going to play next year now.
That sounds like a win to me.
Hey, win-win. It's a win-win. We want to give an update too. Apparently, the Oakland possible Las Vegas A's, the MLB owners will be voting in mid-November on the A's Vegas proposal. They need 3/4 majority vote needed to make it happen. So I guess we'll be knowing more about that as it goes on.
That'd be cool.
Ma, talk to me. Tell me about this.
Oh my gosh. So AutoFest is going to be happening this Saturday at the Red Rock Country Club. And my current employer, Vegas Auto Gallery, is not only the official sponsor for the Golden Knights, but we had a Lotus Evora that is very rare, wrapped with the Golden Knights regalia. And it was actually Chance's vehicle. If you guys ever follow Golden Knights,
he used to pull up in that, right?
Playoff time. I know he would drive it and get out, and I don't understand how his head fit in it, but he did. Looks like it seems like a pretty spacious vehicle, but anywho, we are going to be raffling that vehicle off.
Hold up.
For free.
Raffling this vehicle off. Where's the catch?
It's almost like a raffle, but the thing of it is you pay $20. That's a spectator's fee. You go to all the different vendor booths and you get a passport book. As long as your passport book gets stamped, you'll be coming to me. I will be there at AutoFest on Saturday. The doors open at 10.
Okay.
And you have 6 digits to pick in sequential order. If you match the digits that are picked, you win the car.
So what if no one matches the number?
That's a good question, but somebody has to be able to break that code. Whatever the code is, you're going to punch it
so
in.
It could be any combination of the 6 digits.
It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It could be.
So it's not like the price. It's not the price of the car. You're not. It's not like.
And you only get one chance.
But it's not like the price is right and you're guessing the price of the car.
No, you're actually typing in what you think the code is to unlock the box that gives you the keys to
Do
the
we
award.
know who made the code so we can kind of like feel like, we kind of feel like maybe we would
That
know
would
what
be
they
those
were
boys
saying?
over at Vegas Auto Fest, PJ and Chef, that are putting this on. There's a host of vendors and different sponsors, and kids, if you're a company with an adult, it's free, and it's going to be classic cars, newer cars. We have some cars that are worth $4 million to $2 million to $3 and $1 million cars that we are going to be highlighting out there, as well as some of the other dealerships that are sponsors with it. So if you guys don't have anything to do Saturday, and Chance will be there, and the Golden Knight cheerleaders will be there.
Okay.
And it's rumored that one of our Knights players will be there too. Logan Thomas may possibly do a pop-up, and he is still down to do the show with us too, so we gotta get him on.
We gotta talk to him.
But
well,
yeah,
I may have to pop out. So if I brought a psychic with me, maybe would that be okay? Is that in there? Is there any fine print that I
as long as the psychic tells you, and you can only get one opportunity. So if the psychic is with you, the psychic is with you, and she decides or he decides to go and get a passport book and go visit all the booths, and you guys make some kind of deal happen, then yeah.
I just feel like, the different combinations of 6 digits to get right it's like winning the lottery.
I feel like play around with it. Like I was going to pull out a piece of paper and just start writing different type of sequences. Because I honestly, got to honest heart to truth, I don't know what it is. I'm going to be just as surprised as a person that.
So I need you to dig through the personnel files at work, get birthdays, wife's wedding anniversaries, kids' birthdays.
Last 6 digits of socials, do all of that.
All of it. Damn, one try. What if you paid $40? Can you get 2 tries?
If you're a couple and you have someone with you, bring some friends. Like all y'all.
Can Tilly play? Can Tilly put a paw up on it?
Yeah, that'd be so cute. Take turns, but I can tell you the retail of that vehicle is over $100,000 for that Lotus right off the rip. So
I just want to be there to see when anybody wins that thing. Because
man, you got to. I say everybody come out because the weather's gonna be so great. I'm gonna be there. We can take pictures with Chance, take pictures with the cheerleaders. I'll try
what's the registration
a little
cost
shake up with the box. I'll try to figure out what's going on, how that's working. But I've only been told that if you visit all the tables of all those different sponsors, get swag, come see me, punch in that code. Supposed to open a box and get this beautiful sporty.
What do you think the registration for this car is?
I gotta tell you something. Lotuses,
okay.
They are hard to come by, and you actually have to get on a deposit waiting list for the newer models that are coming out.
Mo, what is the registration for this damn car, you think?
Ooh, girl.
Because listen, I can just tell you, when I had my car that was still like 2 years old, my registration was like $900.
That's light. I would have to guess. Usually, when a car is like this price point, you're probably paying close to $5,000 in registration. Then you have taxes, and then you have insurance.
I'd be like, I'm just gonna leave in the garage.
But whoever wins got that. I feel like somebody got that.
Oh yeah. If not,
and it's Red Rock Country Club. So, I think that whole atmosphere and environment is going to bring a lot to the yard.
Yeah. Hey, so I know by now we've all seen all the pictures and memes of the Sphere and the outside of the Sphere. Well, the Sphere is opening soon. It opens, I think, like October 6th. Check out this little video that someone posted of the inside of the Sphere. And imagine this is where U2 is going to be playing.
I know.
They have all these experiences where it's like, you can visit, different worlds, different lands, and here's one of them. Yeah.
Evolving, adapting, inventing.
That is so cool.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
The elephant, seeing all of that.
Man, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention when we were talking about the Aces, though. They did some of the awards. Brianna Stewart got WNBA Player of the Year, but she beat out Asia by 1 vote.
And do we find that fair?
No, and of course not,
Exactly.
because I think we
I
know.
was shocked when I read that.
Brianna's had some good games, but has she been the Player of the Year?
Absolutely not. But I know.
So
what they're
Asia
doing.
won Defensive Player of the Year. Alicia Clark won 6th Woman of the Year. The Suns coach Stephanie White won Coach of the Year. Aaliyah Boston got Rookie of the Year. Brittany
Coach of the
Griner,
Year,
Nafisa
even
Collier
suspect to
comeback.
me.
Yeah.
I'm just kind
Chelsea
of like,
Gray got Chelsea Gray got all first team. Jackie got all second team. Kelsey wasn't on either, however. I mean, she's had a couple
Okay.
hard games, so that's fair, I guess.
I
Yeah.
didn't agree with Player of the Year or Coach of the Year.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. They're still MVP. So maybe Brianna wins Player of the Year. Asia gets MVP.
That's what I'm thinking.
I feel like that could be the catch
Yeah.
there. So
That'd be
we'll
nice.
see.
Both. I don't understand why they have to split
Lost
that like that.
again.
Who was
Lost
the one that
again.
didn't vote the right way?
Let's talk about the NFL.
Like, that's kind of messed up, no?
No, oh yeah. No, I get it. Yeah. The NFLPA. I mean, obviously, we not only did we see Aaron Rodgers' injury, Austin Eckler had an injury. The Browns tackle Jack Conklin is out for this season with ACL.
J.K.
Eagles
Dobbins.
running back Fainwell, he didn't play this week. Steelers Deontay Johnson missing time with the hamstring. Cameron Hayward's going to miss up to like 8 weeks. The Broncos tight end is going to miss games. So there's been not only the injuries prior to the season, but just this first week has seen people like dropping like flies.
Man, we came close. Jimmy Garoppolo went down. We almost thought we was going to lose him too.
And who's your backup? So they want to eliminate artificial turf. They believe that data shows that grass is safer than turf, that turf allows for unnecessary injuries, and we'll see if that happens. It's going to obviously cost a lot. There's a lot of things you got to do to upkeep that grass, and you got to maintain the facility that is able to bring that grass in and out, because you can't just come lay down grass every game. They've been through this
again over and over and over again.
I know. It's just
I think there's nothing more to it than just the turf with these players getting injured. They're getting injured too soon, too easy, and it's just, I don't know.
It's got to be something. I don't know if there's something more they can do training wise or protection. I mean, it just seems crazy that just in this last year to 2 years that injuries have been like off the Richter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's been like that. It's been bad and they're severe.
This is just, I've never seen it this early on.
I know. That's what I'm
like,
saying. I don't think it's turf. Like, I think it's something deeper. It has to be something deeper than that.
I don't know.
I think.
But can you imagine?
It's diet and food we eat, maybe breaking down bones and tissues. Who knows?
This thing that was wild. Could you imagine going to the game at the Chargers game this weekend and seeing this? Like, they were all over the place. They were walking the Concord. They were sitting in seats. So AI robots were all over Chargers game this past weekend for the season opener to promote their 20th Century Studios The Creator movie that's supposed to be coming out. They roamed around the crowd. I don't know. That's just
it's the creepiest thing.
The creepiest thing. Now I don't know if I want to go to this. So I still want to go to SoFi, but I just hope this was a one and done thing. I don't want to.
If that's what it takes for Chargers to fill their seats, I guess. That was the best team to do it for. Because you know them seats was going to be open.
Yeah, it was. The past weekend, we saw the Cowboys completely demolish the Giants 40-0.
Darren Waller, was he really there?
And will he be there this weekend? Because I have him on my fantasy. He says it's not the same injury as last year, that it could just be nerve issues. I don't know. Darren, where
freaking Danny Dimes was throwing nickels.
He was throwing pennies. He was tossing pennies.
It's awful.
I mean, here's the deal. The Giants and I can talk because my Seahawks lost too, and it was a very terrible game. But at least we scored. The Giants couldn't. They are the only
They
team in
couldn't
the
buy a
NFL
score. They couldn't
who
get a
has
field
not
goal. They couldn't get a
scored
2-point conversion. They couldn't get nothing.
nothing.
I turned that game. I turned it onto a movie. I'm not about to sit up here on my Sunday night and watch this.
Oh, I did. I don't. That's why I didn't even see the fourth quarter. It was already over.
I didn't want to see it. And then the Cowboys fans the next day, they everywhere. I don't want. That's all I needed.
Oh, and then the Ravens also lost J.K. Dobbins. So that's when that was
actually JK's out too. Yeah,
out for the season.
JK's out, and to have him on your fantasy and he be out, that's terrible.
And one thing we forgot to mention in the Aaron Rodgers discussion earlier is that Josh Allen had more completed passes to the Jets than Aaron Rodgers did. Josh Allen threw 3 interceptions. He turned the ball over 4 times. What Bills team is this?
You have to understand with the Bills though that Josh Allen, even like last season, they start off very rusty and clunky. That's how their last.
I don't know
if
this is like barnacles. This is like barnacles on
guy first few weeks of football. So
yeah. I mean, I guess I hear you, and I'm not saying it's, but week 1 was all around just a crappy week. I think everybody's fantasies took a dives. Most of the teams we expected to win, like my Seahawks over the Rams. Who are the Rams? The Rams don't have Cup. They had these 2 rookie wide receivers who went off against us. Our defense couldn't play. DK Metcalf couldn't keep his mouth shut again. Had to get a little sit down with Coach Pete Carroll afterwards about trying to elevate above all the BS because that team, DK can't hold it. Like he's like a little kid out there on the playground.
Yeah,
like just shut up.
The fans was getting mad at him this time.
Listen, we all tired of it because he had too many. He had a lot of personal fouls. Last season. So Gino didn't look good. I'm thinking like, what Gino is this? This is not the Gino of I didn't write back. This is him writing
Joe Burrows is it? Like we're looking at all of them like kind of
Joe Burrows, yes, all of it.
But this is the thing and the disadvantage of no preseason game with them because it's like a 50-50 chance they could get hurt in preseason. But you need to condition them to get playing.
But then they're not. Yeah, they're not getting the full team. They're not playing.
They're not.
Just it was wild.
So it's rough.
Bro, who wasn't rough. I wish, of course, I'm playing against Tyreek Hill last week, and Tyreek goes off for like 77 fantasy
I got
points.
Cheetah too. I haven't.
Listen,
Cheetah went off.
Tua
went off. Tua even had points.
Tua went off. I mean, granted, Miami was playing the Chargers. It was a high-scoring game. Tua had like over 450 yards.
Right.
Like it was intense. Like they had like
still wasn't
over 70 points.
That. I really wasn't.
Oh, not at all. I mean, no one. It was week 1. No one's expecting that kind of play week 1. But
no, I wasn't even expecting San Francisco to do what they do. Yeah, they got the number 1 defense, but Debo and then Brock Purdy, I wasn't sure about him. And was I wrong?
Damn Niners, man.
I know
they look good too. It sickens me to say that.
Hell, Derek Carr even looked good in the 4th with the Saints.
Listen, Olave was giving Olave, my boy, some points. I was loving that. Look at Derek Carr looks at home in New Orleans. He ain't right back to Vegas yet.
Yeah, I was hoping there was gonna be a meetup.
He ain't coming back to church here. No way, no how. He got a church.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He has found his roots.
Where was Geno Smith? Listen, Geno Smith versus the Broncos. Geno beat the Broncos last year, week 1. What are you talking about? I don't know.
But the Broncos have yet to beat us. 6 games.
Well, the Broncos,
6 years Raiders.
It should be interesting. I mean, I didn't watch that game, but
I didn't want to watch it, but it actually was really good. We still have issues with our defense and with Chandler Jones going Antonio Brown on us. I don't know what we're gonna do and what that's gonna look like because we haven't really that issue still has not been really fully addressed as to
how was Russell in the game. I didn't catch
it was terrible. Russell was terrible.
Never mind.
Russell was terrible. Russell doesn't have Jerry Jeudy either. Jerry Jeudy, so he was out.
Well, Jerry Jeudy was like questionable. He was questionable earlier this week too. So, and I got Jerry on one of my teams, but I'm like skeptical. Like, I don't know if I trust Russ.
Right. See, I don't like I said. That week one is
So,
brutal.
yeah.
I almost want to call it don't count it because it's week one. Like I feel like the first 3 weeks of football shouldn't even count.
Yeah, like I don't think it really. It's not going to affect you from getting in the playoffs, losing week one, but it does allow you to see like where their issues are, and hopefully they get fixed.
Well,
And there was a lot of
teams got a lot
fixing
of
on
issues.
teams. Yeah, for
that
sure.
Browns, the Battle of
That
Ohio game
Browns
was really
team?
good. That was a great game.
Listen, them Browns look good.
Yeah, they do look good.
That
They look
defense
really
look
good.
good.
Deshaun Watson is definitely going to look better, and I do have him on one of my leagues, and I picked him for a reason because I knew that he's going to turn into the Deshaun Watson that used to be in Houston before all the situations with his crazy self. But he looked good. Nick Chubb. He's who he is. Myles Garrett on defense is a problem. He's a serious problem.
But he's been a problem. I mean, he just has the support around him where he needs
so bad. Oh my God, he made that Cincinnati team look like amateurs out there.
Well, Cincinnati team looked like preschoolers to begin with.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially if you threw Joe Burrow all that money. It sucks when you throw a quarterback all that money and they just
all these highest paid quarterbacks, even Lamar didn't have a great game. Like, it's like, what do we, these high paid guys aren't playing preseason, probably barely practicing sometimes, but hey, hopefully they turn around for week 2.
But do you think they should get this big money without a Super Bowl? Let's say make appearances to the Super Bowl. They've had, he and Jalen both have had appearances in the Super Bowl, haven't won one.
I mean, I definitely think they're worth it. I just feel like, I don't know what the problem is, but how is it that every one of them look like crap on week 1?
I think they're worth it too, but I think they have to prove their worth to a certain degree. I give them you want to keep them there for sure, but when you pay them so much money, it's like, where does the priority change? Are you really?
Well, I think it's just because it's the cost of it. Like the price is never going to go down for quarterbacks, and as we go through each year, the price goes up and higher and higher and higher. And unfortunately, they're the ones that are getting paid, and the running backs aren't, because guess what? The running backs are the ones that are.
Running backs are a dime a dozen, and shout out,
and they're getting injured left and right.
Tonight.
Yeah,
that little Polly Pocket was getting through them pockets and going fast.
It's funny because he didn't look that looked that small to me when he played for the Lions, but he looked for some reason really small playing.
He's small,
tonight.
Like that's what you want. You want a petite little running back that can get through these little narrow pockets.
Little short man.
Be like my little Suki here. Just don't see you coming.
Just don't see you coming.
Right.
Hey, I also wanted to talk a little bit. This is what you sent me. I can't believe it. So the NBA, the Clippers, they're building a new arena. Steve Ballmer is talking about his new Clippers arena. He said that the average size of what is that called again? The screen, the TV, the
scoreboard is going to be an acre.
A scoreboard.
A whole acre.
I'm sorry. That means that anybody in the upper bowl is not even able to see the court. All they're going to see is the screen. So why wouldn't you just stay home and watch the game then?
They're going to sit there and watch them lose on a big screen like that?
Where is
so
this new,
you don't have
banners,
but you got a big screen. I get it.
Where is the arena being built? Do you know offhand?
I'm not. I thought they had demolished the old forum for it.
Oh, I don't know.
I got to look into that and see. I need to Google that and see.
Natalie said the screen is an earthquake hazard. Yeah, especially in LA. Listen, don't get stuck there.
When you have no banners, it's kind of like the little men's syndrome. And you get a big flashy car, or you get a big
get them big monster trucks, the big monster lifted trucks.
So that's what they're doing.
Listen, short guy's always got them lifted ass trucks. Gotta hop on a stool to get in there. That's what he's got right now. He's got a big old screen just for it. Yeah,
exactly. I gotta see where the Clippers new arena is going.
I don't know this arena. He said the new arena is off century.
Well, you heard about the rule, like on the low managing now, like 2 stars can't sit anymore. It's one or the other in games.
Yeah. So then you're going to be getting fined big bucks. Like you get $100,000 fine for the first violation, $250,000 for the second, up to $1 million.
Good.
Listen.
that was messing with my fantasy league. I didn't need that. Like, that's great.
Well, I mean,
Oh
that's
yeah,
gonna
they're
be
gonna be in the
that's gonna
area of
be affecting a
Inglewood
lot
is where
of.
they broke ground.
Yeah.
I want to say, and it's a 1.8 billion dollar project.
Jonathan said it's off Century and that the forum is still
Oh
operating.
yeah, and the forum's still
per
gonna be there.
usual.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah. Good.
It's gonna be the Intuit Dome, essentially.
Intuit, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
We'll see.
And a big old screen. But they're gonna have soccer matches and all that stuff there, I guess.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I mean,
like I said, it's overcompensation for their lack of, and that's them not having any banners. So you gotta have that big shiny car.
Sounds like a true Laker fan.
Right. Sound like a woman who sees people in big cars and assume the worst. So they see a big screen and it's like, oh, something's lacking. Must be those championship banners.
Hey. Let me talk about girl power here. Our girl Coco Gauff, man. Listen. Okay. Youngest American to win the U.S. Open since Serena Williams. She's 19. Serena was 17. Coco, not only was it the most viewed match of the U.S. 2023 U.S. Open, it outperformed. Let me say it again louder for those in the back. Outperformed the men's final by over 1 million viewers.
Yeah.
Outperformed the men. Anyway, I mean, they showed a video of her. I think you posted it too on our stories of like when she was there as a kid watching the U.S. Open, and then cut to 9 years later, and she's winning it.
Got a baby goat.
Yeah,
baby goat.
Unbelievable. There's the numbers there: 3.4 versus 2.3.
Yeah,
on the U.S. Open win. So congrats to her. I got a couple sneaker drops before we get into our NFL picks. Listen. I'm not a Puma fan, but I love me some silver. These are the Fenty Puma Avanti collection. These will be out tomorrow. I feel like I saw like an Adidas version of these on Chelsea Gray during All-Star weekend. The silver and the flap is like just
I mean, I gotta give it for Rihanna for picking something, but they do look like they look like a sneaker you've seen before.
Sure. Eastside Golf, the 1961 collection teaming up with Nike. You've got the Air Jordan 1 High OG, and you also have the Air Jordan 6 Low. These are golf shoes, although those High OGs, I'd probably just wear the suckers anyway.
I don't mind the sixes.
Yeah, but these ones actually have those things on the bottom for golf.
Yeah, I actually like those. Like, I don't mind those.
Yeah.
I don't know. They look like they could be a women's shoe more than a men's.
Well, check out these ones. The Paris Saint Germain. Is that Germain?
Here they go.
The Air Jordan 6 Low. These will be out on 9/20.
Here they go. Because I sure did win some Paris Saint Germains on a raffle and sent them right back.
What? Why?
Because they're ugly. And they're the Paris Saint Germains. This is soccer shoes.
You think these are ugly?
The ones I had, yeah, I sent them back. I didn't want those. I knew I was going to hit on those because didn't nobody want them.
And last but not least, for all of our Croc fans out there, Levi is teaming up with Croc.
Get your hospital swag on.
Get your bandana looking Levi material.
Straight West Coasting in the Crocs.
This is your Western summer boot.
They replaced the little Kung Fu Joes. No more of the black corduroy slippers. Got your Crocs West Coast style.
This is too much. Hey, so last week, Mo, you kicked my butt. You did well. You did. You got the Lions. You had the Niners. You had the Packers. You had the Dolphins. I mean,
damn, I should have played that as a ticket.
You probably should have. Shoot. So you are up in the lead, but today, obviously, we didn't get a chance to do Thursday Night Football. But Sunday, we're starting off with the Packers at Atlanta Falcons. Listen, that new little running back they got, I have him on my fantasy.
I have Aaron on mine too. You talking about for Atlanta? You talking for Green Bay?
No, Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta. Oh, who's
Aaron's
he?
been around. No, let me look it up. Wrong team.
Who that is? I don't know who that is.
Who that is?
Like Harpo, who is that man?
Why don't I have it?
Maybe
Maybe I don't have him on my team. Maybe somebody else had him and I wanted him on my team.
Oh shoot! So he ain't on your team?
No. Why don't I have him?
They got this game. They got the Atlanta Falcons favored by 1.5 to win this game. Listen, I didn't put Jordan Love in week 1, and that was a big mistake because I could have won my fantasy league and my money won. So I'm going to try and attempt to put him in this week and see what it does. And I pray.
How did you do last week? I didn't see the Packers game
out.
at all. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how Atlanta played the Texans last week, so it wasn't like it was going to be something like it wasn't like it was unseen that they wouldn't win. Now the Packers, that's a
I'm
little
rolling
bit
with
different.
the Packers. I got to put Jordan Love in. I've got to see what this is all about.
Too. I don't think that Atlanta's going to have that. All right, you got your Raiders at the Bills.
You know, and I never want to bet with my heart. But I think
Bills,
Josh Allen is going to be out for revenge.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to want to prove it. And like I said, our defense without that Chandler Jones to help out and assist with Max Crosby is such a problem. Max can't keep coming around on his defensive end to sack a quarterback. He just can't do it every play when they're out there.
And you guys fairly struggled with the Denver Broncos.
They did. They struggled. Our offense looks good, though. I'm not even going to front. Our offense is fine. We've got the weapons there. It's defense. So I worry. I have to go with the Bills on this. I hate to say it. Prove me wrong, Raider Nation. Like 8.5 is a spread. I mean, cheese and rice. And we're going out there in that weather and temperate. Oh, man.
The weather ain't bad.
And you know the calls are not going to be legit. You know they're going to be throwing penalties left and right at our team. So, no, I'm going to go with the Bills on this.
All right. I'm going Bills, too, because Bijan Robinson. Thank you, Jonathan. I knew it. I don't have him by Bijan Robinson. Why do I think that I had him for? Damn. I got to look into that. Okay, we got Baltimore at Cincinnati. I feel the same way about this game. Well, I don't know. Jeez, Lamar and Joe both had crappy games. And now we're going to see him face-to-face in Cincinnati.
I have Joe Mixon on my fantasy. I need him to ball out because he really didn't do anything for me against them on that Cleveland game. So I'm going to roll with the Bengals on this.
I'm going Baltimore because I have Lamar Jackson. I need him to go off, at least do more than he did last week. So, and I feel like, I don't know, it's going to be, I think that's going to be good. I think that's going to be a good game.
Win. I mean, -3 ain't much. That's a field goal away. I feel like the game can go back and forth. I just need Joe to get the ball.
All right, we got Seattle at Detroit. Now, last year I went to the Seattle at Detroit game and we won and it was amazing. However, that was before Detroit became a super team. And that was also when we were all healthy and still had Jamal Adams and amongst other things. Now, cut to now, part of the reason for our issue on last week is that we were out 2 offensive tackles. 2 offensive tackle starters were out in the first and I think the second or third quarter. We just signed some guy. I forgot his name. He's like 41. He's like a 9-time Pro Bowler to come in. But is he ready for this game? Are these other guys' injuries? Are they affecting for this weekend? I don't know. Detroit.
I don't know, girl. Them Lions is gonna kick y'all butts. And I hate to say that. I don't even want to say that. But I just don't see it. I just don't see for what you guys have going on right now. And the dysfunction, I just don't see.
But I just know that we can do so much better.
Just know we can do so much better. Seeing that performance from week 1, and the tribulations of what you just mentioned, I just don't see.
I'm still going with the Seahawks. I'm still going with my team, but I've got to definitely look into this injury issue and see where it leads. I may not be able to bet on my team, that's for sure, but I could definitely pick them for now.
So you're gonna pick Seattle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Pete's gonna have to. I think the team themselves were pissed. Like they knew they didn't show up. They lost to a terrible team that wasn't even as to their standards. And now you got a tough game in Detroit. But they're familiar. They went to Detroit before. They had seen this almost the same team last year play. So
yeah, almost the same team, but like they say, almost doesn't count. This team is a totally different team of what we were seeing with Jared Goff and Montgomery.
But Jared Goff was there last year. It was last year.
David
Amra was
Montgomery
there last
he's
year
gonna ball out
too.
too. I don't know.
They was
You
all
guys,
yeah.
I
They
wish
just
you
have
luck.
different
I
running
really
backs.
do. I would hope for you guys to win this game, but I just can't. It's
I
not
get
in my
it.
spirit
I get
feeling
it.
me right now.
All right, we got the Colts at the Texans.
Well, I'm gonna go with the Colts on this one. Even though the Texans are favored, I don't know. These are ugly matchups.
I
don't
haven't
really like
watched the
this.
Texans. I didn't watch the Texans or Colts game. I didn't even see any highlights from either game this past weekend. That's how much I don't think either was really.
I mean, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson. Is this what
Yeah, I
we
get
really want to
it.
see?
Not really. All right, if you're gonna go Colts, I'm gonna go Texans. I'll roll with Natasha's team there.
Yeah.
Her
Poor girl.
Texans.
Shout out to the
Maybe.
Stadium Queen because she was out there and they just did not finish the job like she wanted to.
Another team I didn't see any highlights on was the Jacksonville Jaguars. Kansas City goes into Jacksonville this weekend.
You know what I'm gonna do? Because Travis Kelce's coming back, right?
Yeah, I think he's fine. I think he's good.
I'm going with the Jaguars.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll with I just want to see what they can do against these guys. And I'm probably gonna be wrong because Pat Mahomes is still Pat Mahomes. And yes, they've got a new offensive coordinator, and everybody's saying that this is gonna be the year again for them. I just think this is a different I think it's a different Chiefs team. Even without a Travis Kelce element. Take that out. I just think
Travis has said he didn't suit up. Well, that was a home opener.
He what?
Let's see. Today remained unlimited participant during Thursday's practice. I think he'll be playing. I just don't think he might not be at full. I don't think he personally wants to be not on the field. I think he was so pissed off after seeing his face during that first game.
Yeah.
He couldn't handle it. Well,
they want revenge, and I think the Chiefs definitely could be winning this game. I just want to go with the latter and see.
Okay.
Wait,
I know it's your division
that,
too. I don't know.
Shout
out to Miss Bollandy. She said, "What's up?" She said, "That's a tough pick, Mo, with the Jags."
It is. I mean, they only got Kansas City -3.5.
Yeah,
that ain't much.
It's not much at all. But probably
Trevor Lawrence really listen. And don't they have Zay Jones over there too? Like Zay Jones is quiet, but he might do something. I'm just going with the latter, make it interesting.
All right, we got the Bears at Tampa Bay. I got to roll with the Bears on this one. I think I got Justin in the league. Yeah, I got Justin Fields. I need Justin through here.
Going Tampa Bay. I don't like Baker Mayfield, but I like Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and all those guys.
I mean, I love Mike Evans too. Mike Evans is gonna get points.
He is gonna get points. I'm going with the Buccaneers.
Okay.
The other
I'm just gonna roll with the Bears. I'm gonna just roll with them. I don't think anything outstanding of Tampa Bay. I mean, yeah, they got some receivers, but what was their defense like? How much did they win by?
Tampa Bay won that game, honey. They played who they played that last game.
They played the Vikings. They won by 3.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
I feel like they could win more against this team.
Okay. We got the Chargers at the Titans. Chargers and Titans.
I don't want to pick anybody in the AFC West, but I feel like Chargers may be able to pull something off this week.
I mean, they just got they had like a high-flying trapeze artist week with Miami last week.
Listen, I got Austin Eckler too. I need him to ball out, so I'm gonna have to. And I got Justin Herbert on my one fantasy league, and I just feel like, yeah, he's gonna redeem. It's gonna be a redemption game.
So Titans lost the Saints last week by 1 point.
Yeah, they only got Derrick Henry. I mean, I feel like the Chargers can go down there and do some work. I don't want them to win. I really would love us to go up 2-0 and everybody else just fall, but
I'm gonna go with the Chargers too. I be liking my little Herbert guy. I do like him. I was trying to look at this box score though from. Oh yeah, because they still got Tannehill. Why haven't they moved on from Tannehill yet? I don't get it.
Ryan Tannehill's still starting for him. Yeah,
and they got DeAndre Hopkins who.
Dun 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 dun. Climax is Ryan Tannehill.
Giants at the Cardinals. I'm rolling with Danny Dimes. Listen, it's the Cardinals in Arizona. Come on. The
I got a few of
Cardinals,
them on my
they're
roster too, and I got
tanking
Danny
they're
Dimes.
tanking. They're tanking.
But
They're
I think I'm gonna
tanking.
start Jordan Love over Danny Dimes and watch Danny Dimes balls out.
It's the Cardinal. Listen, I just picked up the Giants defense on flex because they're playing the Cardinals.
They gotta redeem themselves, and I feel like they
And
will.
the Cardinals,
So I'll roll with
and
the Giants
Cardinals
on
are
that too.
terrible.
I feel like I'll roll with them too. They gotta redeem themselves, so I feel like that's gonna be a thing.
All right, we got the Niners at the Rams. Unfortunately, I gotta go with the Niners.
I don't like this game. I don't like it one bit.
At least either one of them have to have a loss. I mean, obviously it's gonna be the Rams, but
I'm picking the Rams.
Are you?
Is Cooper Kupp coming back or no?
I think he's out for like a few weeks. But those two rookie receivers they got are
exactly.
Listen, yeah, but
are they playing in San Francisco? They're playing.
No, they're playing they're playing in LA. But come on, Christian McCaffrey, Ayuk. I mean, Kittle's had a terrible game.
They got the number one defense in the league, and they're minus.
I can't stand Niner fans. All right,
I hate the Niners because that's the other
and
side
look at
of the
this
bed.
game. The Jets.
But you're right. You're right.
Listen.
But I'm gonna go with the latter. I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot and just do Rams just to make it
So,
interesting. Let us tie up.
Not only did the Jets have to lose Aaron Rodgers last week, but this week they traveled to Dallas.
Damn, I hate the Cowboys, but they're gonna be the ones to beat them.
God,
the Cowboys are gonna win that game.
I will say this: the Jets defense.
And Tutu Atwell was balling against the Rams. Like I like Tutu as well. Like I don't know. I'll go with those Rams.
I'm gonna go with the Jets because maybe they're inspired. Maybe like maybe Aaron Rodgers and his homeopathic ways will send good vibes for them to win at Jerry's house.
Nah, I'm going with the Cowboys. I don't like the Cowboys, but I got to be realistic. I gotta have one that's a solid yes.
I mean, that's how I did the Niners. Like I don't want to take them, but I gotta.
Nah, I did the red. Look, show me if it's okay. They up in SoFi. SoFi
Commanders. The Commanders at Denver.
Well, I definitely don't want Denver to win. So.
There was so much that happened over this weekend in week one with like big names and QBs slumping and teams getting blown out. We didn't hear about these other games. Like I didn't hear nothing about the Commanders game.
They won that game, didn't they?
Yeah, I gotta look. I didn't hear nothing about
I'm rolling
them.
with them because Eric Bieniemy. I'm gonna go with the Commanders, and plus Denver's in my AFC.
Well, they beat the Cardinals. I mean, come on.
I already look. I already chose one team in my division. I'm not choosing another, so we're gonna go with these Commanders.
All right. If Jonathan's still in the group chat, I will be going with the Broncos on this one at home. I think he's the Broncos fan. So yeah, unfortunately. The Commanders beat the Cardinals and by 4 points. Like, I don't know. All right, Dolphins at the Patriots. I got to roll with Miami and like maybe they're going to have a back-to-back banger here.
I'd go with the Patriots to be quite honest with you.
Okay.
I hate the Patriots, but I want to see what it does. Even though I got the cheetah's going to ball out.
And then
New England got touched by Tom Brady again recently with him making his appearance.
Yeah. His little jog through the arena.
Yeah, so I feel like they got a little kiss on the cheek with that.
So we got 2 games on Monday. The Saints at the Panthers and the Browns at the Steelers.
I'm going with Cleveland. And I'm
definitely
going with the Saints.
Cleveland. I'm definitely going
my
Cleveland.
second team. I'm going to go with them. And the Panthers really don't have much of anything to grow on, poor things. So I'm definitely rolling with the Saints. And then
I got to go with you on both those. The Panthers haven't been much.
And I'm going to roll with the Browns.
Okay. Well, that's it. That's our
some more bad luck that just happened to them recently. Didn't somebody just get hurt?
Yeah, Cam Hayward or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
8 weeks, I think. He needs surgery.
Yeah, they're not having a good day. And we need to beat them in our season home opener the following week.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, that's the show, guy. Hey, you're welcome, Jonathan. Hopefully you guys pull it off, but if you don't, I mean, it'll be Russell's fault anyway. So what can you do?
I don't know.
But hey, that's the show for today. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on Facebook. Check the Facebook group. Hit us up on Twitter and Instagram. I also had posted some great videos from Gridiron Gang as well as our Benchwarmer brand on our social media because it was so long. I didn't want to have it on the show since we're already exhausting that. So,
And
anyways,
there's a Saturday, beautiful weather day. Come out to Red Rock Country Club. Tickets are $20.
yes,
To come to
yes.
the Auto Fest and check out some of the vehicles and try to win Chance's VGK vehicle.
Get in it. All right, y'all. We'll see you next week. Bye.
All right, you're out.